Mr. Connor Selby, your musician buddy, is also on as well.
One of the most talented young men I've ever worked with.
Wasn't he the one you did? Was it the O2 or Wembley?
With Wembley Stadium.
Mm.
And the great thing about working with Connor is I get to work with Connor, who's just turned, he's 28, young Joe Anderton, who's 21, and the drummer, Rob, who's 24. And when you add up their ages, they're sort of a couple of years older than me combined. But what they do is, for me, I thought it would be quite simple at first, but the thing about working with young people is they have an enthusiasm, and I've realised I've got to stop my, what would you say, I've always got like a Jack D attitude where I don't get excited anymore, because like, it was sort of like, with Connor it was right, here we are, oh, you never believe it, we're going to play Wembley Stadium with The Who, and it was like, oh, brilliant, and I was like, what are we going to do about parking? What are we going to do for some tea?
Yeah.
I don't believe it. How long is it going to take to get? You know what I mean? And then you're almost going, wind it in. Come on, remember what it was like when you were young, and all this thing would excite you and everything. And but I think what it is they bring out the best in me, because they're making me challenge what I think I know sort of blues music is about, but they're coming at it from a sensibility of a young person, whereas I'm coming at it from a sensibility of an old person. So for me, I'm always re-evaluating what's a blues bass line and what's a rock bass line. How do I stay faithful to Willie Dixon and sort of get a little touch of Jack Bruce in there without changing it? It's almost like the scientist when he says, when you're observing something, how do you know that your observation and you being there is not changing the situation? And it's almost like, how do I push the boundaries of what is accepted as blues before people go, oh, you're not playing blues anymore?
Yeah.
And I've got to try and find a way to be sort of Willie Dixon, but sort of be Pino Palladino in a way when he works. And that's for me is the fun of working with like Connor and Joe and everybody, is finding where the edge is. When I work with like Giles Robson, who's pure 1950s Little Walter, I know that stuff inside out, because Willie Dixon was what I was brought up on. I know where he's coming from, and I know what he's looking for. I know the sound. I know it's Bosch, and to me, I've just stepped straight into that. The Sharpies, the same thing. I can step into the Sharpies. That's that sort of blues rock, depending on what the drummer might be. If it's like Clive Edwards, who has a pedigree of like nobody is a rock and roll drummer, from UFO, Wild Horses, Pat Travers, you're not going to go in there with Clive and sort of play rock. I'm going to play some like Willie Dixon blues lines. You've got to go, right, I've got you up the game and find a way to play rocky blues lines. So you're almost in the realms of people like Pat Frau. You're getting into sort of a bit of Jack Bruce. So there's lots of different elements to it that it moves it through. But definitely playing with younger people is the most challenging, because like Jack D, what gets me most is their enthusiasm for it. And it's like, right, just done a gig, come on, let's go somewhere. And it's like, no, I'm going back to the hotel, I'm going for a sleep. See you later.
Yeah, there's a documentary about World War II I want to watch, and got some Horlicks sitting by the bed.
That's it. I've got a nice little shortcake biscuit sitting in my tray, a little tea bag, and a little bit. I want to go and I want to do that. I'll let you boys do the tequila shots.